Yes, friends, welcome once again to the class. Let's move on our next topic of discussion, next paragraph of discussion from Clayden book. So we will. I had already told you in the previous lecture that we will start from this creation from here onwards. Okay. So we will understand this particular paragraph from here till here. Okay. So this much we are going to cover in this particular class. So let us see what does the author want to say. Let us see what does the author want to say. This creation of new molecules has given us new materials such as plastic to make new things, new dyes to color our clothes, new perfumes to wear, new drugs to cure diseases. So, this creation of new molecules, okay, creation of new molecules is possible with the help of organic chemistry. So, this creation of new molecules, which was possible with the help of organic chemistry, it gives us new materials such as plastics. It gives us new materials such as plastics to make things, okay, new dyes to color our clothes. So with the help of plastic we make many things like with the help of plastics, okay, we can make many things, okay, switchboards, toys, switchboards, toys, okay, with the help of polymers and plastics we can make these things, switchboards, toys, even your laptops, okay, they are also made with the help of polymers, computers, okay, switchboards, then you have uh, almira, okay, those things can also be made. Then you have AC, refrigerator, those things are also made with the help of polymers and plastics, okay. So this creation of new molecules and even cars and automobiles are also made with the help of plastics. So these plastics are related materials, not necessarily plastic. Sometimes polymer also. Sometimes high molecular weight polymer is also made. Okay, high molecular weight polymer is also made sometimes. So even the tires of your automobiles, those are also made with the help of polymers and plastics. So this creation of new molecules, which has been possible with the help of organic chemistry, it has given us new materials, and such materials include plastics that we can use to make things, new dyes to color our clothes. Okay, so we have colorful cloths, and colorful cloths are possible with the help of new dyes, which can be made with the help of organic chemistry only. Okay, so dyes to color our clothes, new perfumes to wear. Okay, to apply to our body, we get new perfumes. Okay, so some can be synthetically derived perfumes, and some can be naturally derived perfumes. So both types of perfumes are there in the market. Natural perfume is also there, and synthetic perfume is also there. So these are the new perfumes to wear. Okay, that is to apply to our body. Okay, and then new drugs to cure diseases. New drugs to cure diseases. New medicines, new drugs which can be used to cure certain diseases. Okay, so advancement in medical field is also possible with the help, is also possible only due to organic chemistry. So it is also useful in medicinal fields. Some people think, what do some people think? Let me tell you. Some people think some of these activities are unnatural and their products dangerous or unwholesome. Okay. So some people think that these activities are unnatural, they are destroying the environment. Okay. So some people think that these activities are unnatural. That is, they are destroying the environment. It means you are using plastic for 15 years and then you are disposing the plastic unsafely. Okay. Disposal in an unsafe manner, disposal of plastics and other polymers in an unsafe manner, okay, that harms the environment. Okay, so that is what is the point of view of some people, that some of these activities are unnatural and their products are dangerous. Polymers, plastics, these are dangerous to the environment. Okay, their products are dangerous. Okay, for example, polyvinyl chloride, that is also poisonous material. Okay, so their products are dangerous. So they claim that this organic chemistry is unnecessary, these activities are unnatural, and their products are dangerous or unwholesome. Okay, unwholesome. What does it mean by unwholesome? Okay, so the meaning of unwholesome is that morally incorrect. Okay, morally unwholesome means morally incorrect. That is what is the meaning of the word unwholesome. Morally incorrect. That is what is the meaning of the word unwholesome. So some people claim such things, okay. But the author wants to say that if we keep attention on these things only, some people do what they think about organic chemistry. But if the author wants to say that it is true. It is true that ecology and environment are getting harmed. Okay, the author wants to say that ecology and environment are getting harmed. That is correct. But to call it unwholesome, that is immoral. Okay, unmoral thing, immoral thing. Okay, not related to moral. Okay, immoral thing you are doing, wrong thing you are doing. So to call it a wrong thing morally is incorrect. That's what's the author's point of view. Okay, but these new molecules are built by humans from other molecules found naturally on Earth using the skills inherent in our natural brains. So these new molecules for perfume, for daily use, okay, for dyeing the cloth, for curing the diseases, these new compounds, they are not coming from, they are not, they are being generated with the help of natural substances. That's what the author wants to say. So these new molecules are built by humans from other molecules. With the help of other molecules, we build synthetic molecules. So every synthetic molecule, no matter whatever molecule it is, every synthetic molecule, okay, every synthetic molecule is derived. It is derived from natural molecules. Derived, okay. So the author wants to say that we are deriving these molecules, which you are calling immoral molecules or wrong molecules or immoral activity or wrong activity morally. So these new molecules which you are calling like that, those are also built by humans and from other molecules found naturally on Earth. Okay, and we are using the skills inherent in our natural brains. So whatever skills we have as a human, we have much more higher skills as compared to other animals. Okay, other animals do not have brain, and we humans have intelligent brain. Okay, so the skills which are inherent in our natural brains, we are using that to create synthetic molecules, and we are deriving them from natural molecules. That's what the author wants to say. Birds build nests, okay, and people build houses. Similar to the birds are not intelligent, okay. Birds are not intelligent animals, so they build nests, which is of their levels, intellectual level, okay. A bird's intelligence is very low as compared to human. Bird is not so evolved species like human, okay. So birds also build nests. Similarly, people build houses. So what's wrong in it? The author wants to say the way birds build nests, similarly people build houses. So there is nothing morally wrong in that. Okay. But author is not against environment and ecology. Author says that it is necessary to preserve the environment and ecology. It is necessary that we should not harm the environment and ecology. It is necessary. But to call this concept, the science, as unwholesome, that is immoral, that is a wrong distinction. That's what the author wants to say. So birds build nests, people build houses, which is unnatural. Okay, now the author is asking, if you accuse us of making unnatural things, then even birds are building nests. Nests are not available naturally. Birds are making the nests. So if you accuse us of doing some unwholesome thing, then even birds are doing that. So we are doing nothing wrong. That's what the author wants to say, which is unnatural. It is nothing is unnatural in it. That's what the author wants to say. Okay. To the organic chemist, this is a meaningless distinction. An organic chemist never thinks about such things. Although he cares for the environment, but he is not afraid of the advancement in science. Okay. So to the organic chemist, this unwholesomeness is a meaningless distinction. There are toxic compounds and nutritious compounds. Okay. So in organic chemistry, there are toxic compounds. In organic chemistry, there are toxic compounds and nutritious compounds, stable compounds and reactive compounds. Okay. So toxic compounds are there, nutritious compounds are there, as opposed to toxic compounds, stable compounds are there, and as opposed to stable compounds, reactive compounds are there. Okay, but there is only one type of chemistry. It goes both inside our brains and bodies, and also in our flasks and reactors. Okay, so the author wants to say that some compounds might be toxic, some might be nutritious, some might be stable, some might be reactive, but there is only one type of chemistry studying all these things. Okay, so organic chemistry is studying toxic compounds as well as nutritious compounds. It is studying stable compounds as well as reactive compounds. But there is only one type of chemistry, that is organic chemistry, and it goes on both inside our brains and bodies. And in the form of biochemistry, it goes on both inside our brains and our bodies. So neurotransmission is going on inside our brain, and digestion of food is going on inside our body. So organic chemistry goes on both inside our brains also and inside our bodies also. In both of those things, organic chemistry is involved. And also in our flasks and reactors. Okay. So similar to the brains and bodies, in our flasks and reactors. Reactor means, for example, nuclear reactor. Okay. So similarly in our laboratory flasks and industrial nuclear reactors. Okay. So in laboratory we have flasks. Okay. But in industry does not have flasks. Industry has reactors. Okay. Industry has reactors. So in our flasks and reactors, okay, born from the ideas in our mind and the skill in our hands. So these are born from the ideas in our mind. Okay. So from the ideas in our mind, the organic chemistry discipline in itself has been born from the ideas in our mind. Okay. So it evolved from the ideas in our mind and the skill in our hands. We are humans. Humans are the most intelligent species on the planet. Humans are the most intelligent species on the planets. Okay, on the planet Earth. So these reactions in flasks and reactors, these are born from the ideas in our minds. Okay, and the skill in our hands. Whatever skill we have in our hands and whatever ideas we have in our minds, that is the reason why these reactions in flasks and reactors are going on. Okay, so we are doing nothing wrong. We are just utilizing our skill. And to call it unwholesome is wrong. Because we are just utilizing our own skill. Okay, we are not going to set ourselves up as moral judges in any way. Okay, so we are not going to think about which is moral and which is immoral, which invention is moral, which invention is immoral. We are not going to set ourselves as judges for that particular thing. Okay, so the meaning of unwholesome is immoral. So we are not going to set up ourselves as moral judges. Although we will care for the environment, that's a different issue. We will care for the environment, that is a different issue. But environment will not be something which will be a hindrance. Environment will not be a hindrance to our hindrance. Caring for environment will not be a hindrance to our organic chemistry research. Okay, that's what the author wants to say. Okay, we believe it is right to try and understand the world. About us as best as we can. Okay, so it is right, it is correct to try and understand the world, to try understanding of the world, to have a better understanding of the world. It is right to have a better understanding of the world and try to have a better understanding of the world. It is a right thing, it is not immoral. Okay, so we must learn the world around us as best as we can. We should learn about the world around us as best as we can. Okay, and to use that understanding creatively, not destructively. Okay, for example, the nuclear bomb or atomic bomb, that is a destructive nuclear bomb or atomic bomb. These are what? These are destructive creations. These are not creative. These are destructive creations. So we should avoid this. Okay, we should avoid this because these are not creative. This is not creativity. This is destructive creation. Okay. So we should learn about the world around us as best as we can, and we should use that understanding creatively to make creative things out of the creativity in our mind. And this is what we want to share with you. And the author says The author further adds that this is what we want to share with you. We want to share this particular thing with you, that it is right to try and understand the world about us. Okay, we should understand the world around us as best as we can, and we should use that understanding creatively. And this is what the author wants to share with us. Okay, so this was all about this second paragraph. From this creation onwards, this paragraph which started from this creation and ended with you. Okay, want to share with you, this particular paragraph has been successfully explained. So from here onwards we will start studying in the next class. Thank you very much.